Hi, Kelly. It's Sandy from Discover Organizing. How are you today?
Hi, great. How are you?
Good. I'm glad we were able to get this virtual assessment planned, and thank you for choosing us. Really looking forward to working with you for sure. And your daughter, you've got a helping hand. Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah,
Wow.
Taylor's great, and we've been practicing a little bit this morning, so we're very, very happy to do this. This is something that we're looking forward to.
Great. And so this is just part of what we do. We like to really see your space, but I wanted to thank you for the pictures that you sent to me and the quick virtual tour and our 10-minute phone interview. All of those really help in getting to hear what your goals are about your space, especially when we're doing it virtually. You're such a DIYer that, it's easy for people like you to do something like this virtually because, you're very hands-on. So I wanted to thank you for all of the information you sent. I already have a picture of what we're going to be working on, but, since I need to see everything again, if you don't mind having Taylor start, from left to right in your closet. Let me see what exactly there is close up. And you can sort of tell me as we go through. So what's on the very top there?
So we'll just show you that we have a couple pillows and a large blanket up here, some paper towels, more paper towels, some camping stuff, like a sleeping bag and a little fan, that kind of thing. And then we have second shelf is mainly sheets, fitted and regular sheets, but then you can see some rags got tucked in over here. And then we have like toiletry items, toilet paper, and then cleaning supplies, tools. And at the very bottom, we have another sleeping bag and some other stuff, tools. And then over here is like our vacuum and our carpet cleaner and our other little cleaning stuff. And then I have some, I'm storing some pictures back here. We have some wrapping paper in the corner here. It's just a mismatch of a bunch of things. And then we have, these are all like dining room table runners and tablecloths.
Okay. Perfect tour. And so just so everyone knows, this is really your only go-to closet because you live in a lovely apartment, but this is really the miscellaneous closet where you kind of try to have to put everything, right?
Yes, and it's right in the middle of everything. So this is like heading towards all the bedrooms in our place. The other side is like the living room, dining room, and that kind of space. So this is the main area, and as you can maybe kind of tell, it's a little more narrow hallway. So it's also one of those things, if somebody's in here trying to get something, you want them to get it and get it quick and get back, because they're, it can be a busy hallway.
Sure, I could understand that. And so when you look at that closet, what would be your ultimate dream makeover closet? How would that closet look to you? What are some of the goals that you're thinking about?
Well, some of my goals are just making it far more functional. Like I said, obviously it is one of our main closets. We do have, it is nice storage, but we've kind of like just put a mix match of stuff in all little places. I think the other thing too is that because we haven't figured this out right. My daughter's only 5 foot, and to have things up here, especially the paper towels, often my son or I have to come and help her get it if it's up really high. So probably having things a little bit more accessible to her. But like these sheets, I've never gotten fitted sheets of how to fold them correctly. It's just a whole cluster of things, and just making it far more functional and looking like it's organized, because it doesn't right now, obviously.
Sure. And functional is so important, and making it more manageable so that everyone can get their hands in there and find what they need. We always like to say you're putting things away so that you can retrieve it. You're not just putting it away for now. you want to make sure the things that we're going to be putting back in your closet, you're definitely going to be using and utilizing for sure. And so I really like the idea that you want to make some of those things on the top shelf more accessible. And I love that you already have some of those things in your middle shelf, because you want to put things in the center there like you have that are well used, you know, mostly at eye level, like your toilet paper and some of your everyday toiletries that you have. And so maybe we could pull some paper towels down during our redo so that Taylor would have full access to them.
Okay.
And so when you look at your closet, how much are you thinking that you're going to actually declutter? Because declutter is the step one before actual organizing. So when you think of, you know, everything in there, how much do you think you'll be getting rid of?
Oh, I could get rid of a lot. I just need time to declutter. I have no hesitancy to get rid of things. It's just the timing. And so, yeah, I do think that I will probably get rid of some things. We probably have too many sheets. We have 3 beds and it looks like we have enough for an army. And you know, some of that kind of stuff that I can definitely declutter. That's not a problem.
That's great. I have a tip.
You want a percentage, or do you want like, I could say, you could tell me, say, hey, you have to get rid of half, and I'd be like, okay, let's move it and get it done. But I think I could get rid of anything, especially if you told me that it's not needed. I'm not attached to anything, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that sounds good. But you would have to be the final decision maker on what you're keeping and what you're tossing. And to make those decisions easier, you really want to just really ask yourself, how much do I use this product? How much have I used this? How many times have I used the sleeping bags? How many times do we really go camping? Are you going to hang up those beautiful drapes again? Things like that. You know, do you really, really love them? Are you holding on to them for sentimental reasons, or will you be using them? So those are things that we get to when we actually have our virtual organizing session, when you're really going to be getting hands-on and making those decisions for keeping or tossing or donate. But sometimes when you get on a roll and you start, it becomes easier, especially if you haven't gotten in that closet for a good while. And I like the fact that you said that you really do need to get rid of some of the sheets because you're not using them. And a good tip and a rule of thumb is that you just want to keep 1 extra set per bedroom set. So if you have 3 sets for the same bed, choose your favorite 2. You know, one set is always on and the other one is always in the closet, you know, just to do the switch out. So
well, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but my kids have their extra set in their room. So these are the extra of the extras. So I don't know if I was planning for, you know, literally an army to come in and we were gonna like do whatever, but like these are literally extras of extras.
So hearing you, it sounds like they might be some easy goodbyes, some easy donates for you. And put those in the donate pile. You could certainly send them to any donation of your choice, or sometimes animal shelters and you know, Humane Society things, they like sheets. So you could always call your local shelter near you. Maybe they want more towels or things like that, but I know sometimes they want sheets, but certainly up to you. But I'm loving the idea that there's a lot of space up there where your sheets are. So we can utilize that in a different way once you're able to declutter it.
Okay.
And so if you want to just, you know, give me another shot of the closet, and, you know, I certainly am working on a vision. We talked earlier that you like, you know, to put some things in baskets. It's functional, it's easy retrieval, and it looks nice. So I'm hearing you say that in one of our phone conversations that we did. And so I'm envisioning some really nice, pretty gray or some sort of tone of neutral color on those shelves for you. And we certainly want to also, during our redo, we want to take advantage of the vertical space. I see that you don't have much hanging in your closet. I think mainly it's just because it's sort of hard to get into, and you need that space for both of your vacuums. But I am envisioning, you know, perhaps like a shoe organizer. They have all these very lovely cubbies lately that you could hang from that rod. So do you like something like that? Do you like that idea?
Yeah. Oh, I'll try anything. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. And And so talking about, purchasing product certainly makes life simpler when you're doing an organize. And we could also talk about budget. Some things can be very expensive, but you could really organize on a dime. So, Target has great product that we often are rushing to Target to get last minute things for our clients. We love the Container Store at the same time. But Target certainly is where I'm going to be shopping for your closet redo. And guys, what are you thinking about budget? Do you think maybe like around $100 in product?
Yes, probably around 100 would be great. Yes.
Okay, that sounds great. And what's so nice about this is I get to do all the shopping for you. I'll go online and, considering the times of this pandemic, certainly will go online. I'll order the baskets and some hanging product just to make our organize simpler and your life much easier once you're able to go back and retrieve things in this lovely linen closet that we're going to create for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to order those things and pick them up in the store, and I'll be able to drop them off for you. And then that way you'll have them at your fingertips, and you and Taylor can, once we get our virtual organizing session up and underway, and after we've done the decluttering, you and Taylor will be busy putting things in their place. We always like to say everything needs a permanent home. So that's going to be the goal, finding a permanent home for everything, and letting go of the things that you're not using and someone else can find use with, for sure.
Well, all of this sounds really easy. I'm looking forward to it and having a new closet here soon.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with you and your daughter Taylor. Do you have any questions for me? Between, if you have questions now, certainly now's your time to ask, but while we're in the midst of it, certainly you can ask any questions that you need to.
I think everything's been very clear, and I'm just looking forward to getting started and working hands-on and getting it together.
Okay, great. I did forget one thing. So I could do the shopping. I actually need some measurements.
Okay.
Do you have a tape measure on hand by chance?
I do. I do.
Okay, great. If you don't mind measuring the depth.
Sandy, we're in the right closet. Of course I am.
Yay. Yep. Your handy dandy toolbox. I love it. If you don't mind measuring the depth of those shelves and the height and the width would be great.
Okay. You want me to do that and send them to you, or you want me to just do it right
that's
now?
a great idea. If you don't, as long as you guys can keep busy with that for, sending them over in a bit is fine with me, because I'm just going to do browsing on Target, so that's fine.
Perfect. Yep.
But
we'll get them over to you.
Okay,
here.
Great. Thank you for taking the time for that. And I will work on ordering the product, and we will work on choosing a date for our organizing session, and we'll go from there. I'll be in touch soon.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Sandy.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Taylor. Talk to you both soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we are ready.
You're ready? Great. I'm ready too.
Awesome.
Yes. So anyway, how did you like the product that I dropped off yesterday?
Oh, we need to flip it back over. Sorry.
Okay.
We didn't realize we were recording already quickly. In regards to the stuff coming, it was so easy. Literally, I got a phone call that somebody was downstairs, and we went down and picked it up. It was as easy as could be. If I could have all of my shopping that easy, I would definitely do that.
I agree. And it was so great because I did the online ordering, and I ran to Target and picked it up, and it was a literally 15-minute pickup, and it was under $75, which I figured you'd be very excited about. So
Always
yeah.
nice to see money. Yes.
For sure. And so some techniques we're going to use today, we're really going to be touching everything in the closet. So literally piece by piece, we're going to use a technique called the Ohio technique. It's only handle items once. It can be a little challenging because once you touch that item, you really kind of have to make a decision on, am I keeping this, or am I going to toss it, or am I going to donate it? And if it's in really good condition and you really think someone can get a few more years or great use out of that piece, then that's a good donatable item. If it's already been loved a long time and not a lot of use left in it, then it's probably something that might be tossed or could be recycled. So those are things that, if you have questions about as you're decluttering, please let me know. So this is definitely the official declutter phase, and keeping your favorite things and keeping the things that you use most and that you need for sure. Again, it's a linen closet and a lot of toiletries that you are using, or maybe you're not using, and we'll figure all that out as you're going through it. But want to make sure that you have the materials that you need to be successful with today. I know you have Taylor, which is very important. She's our camera person. But also you need, you might need a trash bag for true trash. And you also need to have a zone for things that you're keeping and things that you know that you are donating. If you made some Post-it notes for keeping and donating, great. Or if you designated the coffee table, which I think we talked about on our phone interview, that you might be using those areas for your staging zones, which is perfect, as long as you don't get them mixed up, which I don't think that you would.
No, we have two separate areas that we've already designated in the living room, so we should we be good with it. We have garbage bags too.
Okay, so the goal is we're going to empty out all of those shelves right now. So you'll be a little busy. You'll be busy just taking things out and in conversing back and forth with me about, if you have a question, really should I keep it? Hopefully I'll be able to help you. But you can sort of just tell us what you're getting your hands on and into, and then we'll move on from there and take them to the delegated zone for sure.
Okay. Well, I keep looking at the closet and kind of like giggling in my head because some of these things haven't been used since we moved in here 4 years ago. So I think we have definitely, like, some of it was just we moved and we just moved everything over and we found a place for it. So some of this stuff is going to be easy choices, I think.
Oh, that's great. Even if you had extra boxes, they go right by the door because the donation centers are finally open again. So that's going to be a really great asset for you because they won't be sitting around until you need to get there. You could take them there at your own convenience.
Well, we actually called and we have a scheduled pickup next week. So we made that ahead of time, anticipating all of this. So, we'll have a pickup next week.
Great. You guys you're ahead of the game. Perfect.
Okay.
So I think we're ready. We're going to work top to bottom, and then we're going to end up working left to right. So top to bottom, left to right. We'll start with those blankets at the top.
Yes. Okay. And you're going to see that even I have a height issue. So this would be donation, and it's in good condition. Anybody would be able to use it. So
great.
I'm happy to donate that.
Perfect.
You got to follow me.
Sorry.
All right. She didn't know to follow me. So this is interesting. These are pillows that go with our couch that we're getting sick of having too many pillows on the couch. So I've just kept them because they're the actual pillows for the couch. So, do you typically keep those or do you just donate those? I guess I could just donate those, right?
You could definitely do that if you know you're not going to use them and they always sit in the closet.
Yeah, well, I guess okay, so here's a good question. So my thought was, okay, the pillows that I purchased for the couch would be something that I probably want to keep even if I donated the couch one day, and then they're going to need the pillows. Does that make sense? So that's why I've kept them all this time.
Sure. It's so nice that you're one of those people that when they donate something, they want to certainly make sure it's in good condition, but make sure all the parts are there too. It looks like your couch is neutral. So if the couch finally goes to a new home and those pillows are not with the couch, that new owner can certainly buy something that's going to easily match. So to make it easier for you, you don't really have to hang on to them. It's taking up some of your good real estate in your linen closet, which is already small. So, you may want to just let them go. I think it would be okay to do that.
That sounds good. Yeah. So I'll put them over here.
Great.
There we go.
All right. Next. Paper towels. Should I?
So I think what we're gonna do is, I had a vision of some overflow of some of your bulk items. I believe it's okay to leave up there. We are going to have a nice home that's lower for a few of the rolls so that Taylor could reach them. And I'm envisioning them to go in that, the shoe organizer that we purchased.
Oh, perfect.
So I think instead of touching things more than once, like I said, it was challenging, leave those there. But then when you end up doing a wipe down of the cupboards, you know, we can move them, but certainly they could stay there for now.
Perfect. Perfect. So we come over here to get the sleeping bag, right?
Yes, we can do that. And I was also going to say, I couldn't remember how often you go camping. Can you remind me of that?
Well, not very often. I am not very good at it, and I was trying to do it when we moved here to do something new. Our family, I went through a divorce, and we moved here to this place, and we were trying to do some things, and so I ended up doing this, you know, getting sleeping bags when we camped maybe twice. So it hasn't been very often. The only thing is that I do have a niece that comes to visit, and she does sleep in one of these. So I do keep one, but I can definitely donate the other one. So that's not.
So what I was going to say, the part of the top shelf, the goals would be things like, except the paper towels, which are consumable, of course. But things that you don't use often can certainly stay up there. So if that's the favorite sleeping bag of the two, I would say tuck that sleeping bag back up there since it's not used a lot.
Okay. Well, this isn't. It's the blue one. That's why the blue one's down there. So we were easily able to get to it. So I can donate this one. That's not a problem. Okay. And then there's a fan. I'm going to just grab it if there's a fan up there. And then we have a fan, and we don't use it very often, but the kids are heading to college and in the fall, and so I was gonna send this with them. So I will be keeping this for college. And then this is electric blanket plugs stuff.
Oh, great. Okay.
So like the electric blanket is in one of the kids' rooms, but this is all the plugs because they've just been using it without them. So I can donate the electric blankets. That's what I intended to do, and I'll donate these too.
Oh, great. You're making such easy decisions today. Good job.
Yeah. I told you, if I get the time, it works out really great. So
great. Yeah. Okay. So you can go put those in a donate pile. Okay. Taylor doesn't have to follow you each time.
Okay.
If she wants to, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So that's the top shelf. We just have that.
Right. Okay, so let's look at the shelf, the next shelf.
Yeah, the crazy cute shelf. Yeah.
Okay, so we already hear from you that you are pretty much going to be getting rid of a lot of those sheet sets because the kids already have theirs in their bedrooms, their extra sets. And you said you're not really planning on having a lot of guests unless you do.
No, I plan to just keep one, and I already know which one. I already decided. So
that's amazing.
So I can move on with everything else. I just have one that I'm going to keep. So
okay, and is it right there in reach if you want to pull that one out?
Well, kind of, yeah. We were trying to do the fitted sheet fold, and we couldn't do it. But it's
so I have a really good suggestion on folding sheets, and I love the technique, and my mom loves it too. I was sharing it with her and a few other my clients, of course. But actually, you put the whole set of sheets together, and you put all the sheets together, and you put it in the pillowcase of that set, so everything stays together. Put it in the pillowcase,
really?
fold the pillowcase up in a nice rectangle, and then you've got every piece of the set there. They don't get lost. And it really works. So that's the look we'll go for later today. We'll put one pillowcase and fold everything up in a rectangle, and then fold the pillowcase in a rectangle, and everything's neatly done like a package.
Awesome.
Very nice. And so those are your keeps. That's great. And I would say,
I'll put it
put those in your keep zone. Perfect. And everything else I would just gather up and they go in your donate. Congratulations. That's easy for you.
Yeah.
Yay. Probably makes you feel good.
I like looked at it after our interview on the phone. I was like, yeah, this is all going. This is not, so
great. We have prime real estate now in the closet. Yay.
yeah, can you believe it? Wow.
Yes. And speaking of real estate, tell us a little bit about what you're up to.
Yes, I work full-time with Hanna, which is a real estate company here in Pittsburgh. And I work in the Mount Lebanon office, and I literally live around the corner from that office. So I live, work, and kind of play around here and stuff. So I've really enjoyed real estate. And this was partially why I did this was I make recommendations and referrals to Discover Organizing and try to give like a description of what you do. And I thought, wow, it makes sense for me to invest a little in myself and in this, and also then be able to describe it better to my clients. So this is so useful for me in that aspect as well.
Wow. Thank you, Kelly, for always recommending Discover Organize. And likewise, it's great. It's been great partnering with you. And as you already know, Discover Organizing, we do, we work on senior moves. So we're senior move managers, and we're constantly helping our clients declutter and getting ready for that big move that is so overwhelming. So, you know, you've had your hands in it too. So it's a good match right now. So I'm glad you're inspired to get your closet done today.
Yeah, no, this is super helpful, and it's giving me ideas of, you know, when we're getting ready for a house to go on the market, sometimes things just need to be as clear as possible for buyers to be able to go in and make a decision. And so lots of thoughts and ideas are flooding through my head as we're doing this. So I think it's great.
That's great.
For both of us.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. So if I can glance at the shelves again.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So what I'm probably going to have you do, our ultimate goal is here to empty out, and then what we're putting back in the things that you're going to use and things that you totally need, right? And things that you need to retrieve. So I'm going to have you go about your work and continue to empty it. If you might want to make use of one of the gray bins that I purchased to put some of those things in, you know, you might have to take a little bit of extra time looking at expiration dates and things like that of some of those toiletries and such.
Sure.
But I think that I'll have you work on just emptying, and then we're going to start utilizing the bins that we purchased and putting back in, you know, things you're keeping.
Okay, so just to be clear, that I'm going to get one of the bins that you gave me, and I'm going to take anything that might, well, obviously be expired or anything and toss it, but anything that we're keeping, we're going to put in one of those bins just to make sure that we have them already in place.
Yes, correct. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. Actually, I meant to suggest the bin so it's easier for you to get everything out.
Okay. Yeah.
So really, every shelf is basically going to be empty.
Okay.
And then we will put back, and then basically Taylor will sort of migrate into the living room, and then you're going to pick your favorite things and the things that are useful to you, and then we'll put them back in those gray bins. But for now, to make it easier for you, I suggest using one of those bins just to help empty out the
Got it. Yeah,
the shelf.
No, that makes sense.
Or if you have a bigger tote, I see a tote hanging there. If you want to use the tote hanging there, whatever would make it easier for you to continue emptying it. And remember, while you're emptying, you're sorting by way of donation, trash, and the things that you're keeping.
Okay.
And when you do come across things that are alike, I want to remind you that you're putting like with like. So if, you know, all your toiletries, they go on one table. I saw a toolbox. You might want to put that, you know, sort of by its own self. And I like that toolbox. I think that works. I don't think it's necessary to transfer that into any type of linen bin. You know, I think eventually, I think that you probably should go through there and reduce the things that you're not using in that toolbox.
Okay.
So,
All
but
right.
I would say go ahead, get started. And if Taylor wants to give a helping hand to emptying it, she could help empty. But you sort of have to continue to be in an organized fashion for sure.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll do that right now.
Okay, great.
I was just gonna grab those. Sandy, are you still on?
Yeah, I ended up staying on.
Okay, do you want to stay on, or do you want us to just give you a call back?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Do you want to just call me back, and then that way you could have everything sort of placed in the living room?
Then you can get something done that you might want to get done. We probably will be, what, 10 minutes maybe?
I think that sounds like a great idea. And then
It's still shoot me, and then we can send you the video and make and merge them if you want. But if you wanted to
well, actually, I think I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna leave the video on. Let's just leave it on, and I won't be here.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just step away, and then I'll come back when everything's in the living room.
Okay, sounds good.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Hey, Stitch, can you grab me a garbage bag? You could probably just stand there for the rest of the time while I'm doing this.
Okay.
Are you guys using rubber bands anymore for your braces?
I don't know. They were wet for a month, and I don't know if they're not there. That stopped after the month. But I don't know if that's going to be bad.
Same here. I'd keep them just in case.
No. I think she said that.
What?
That she was going to have me wipe down. Show. I'm just doing that.
Okay.
How's it going, girls?
I think we're doing
Good.
pretty good.
Okay,
Take a
good.
look. What do you
You're
think?
remembering? Go ahead.
I was just putting some, I think we threw out a lot. I didn't realize how many expire.
Wow, this is great. So you're already putting back things in place. This is perfect.
Yeah, I didn't have any other place for it, so I just started putting them in the bins if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we've done that. I even wiped down the shelf, and
Great.
so then do you want us to start on the toilet paper, and then the next shelf? I haven't gotten to there yet.
I think that's great. This is great, shelf by shelf. I love that. Can you spin back to the toilet paper shelf?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a chance, is that the shelf where you want the toilet paper to stay? Or do you want to maybe put it up where the sheets were? Are there more things that you'd like to have more accessible for retrieval, things that you use most, which, could be toilet paper, of course, but is there other things, that one set of sheets you may want, or where are your bath towels? Do you want your bath towels in here now that you have space?
Yeah, we might move those. Yes, definitely. I was thinking there's some extra paper towel or toilet paper that you can see are still in the packaging. Some of these are individual.
I was thinking about putting those in that corner. Is that okay? Just to get them out of the way and make it smaller, and then I can move paper towels down to that.
That's a great idea. I like that because that was one
Okay.
of the goals to get those down. So
Yeah, so I'll just do that really quick.
great.
Because I don't mind, like one thing staying up here, we can get it later, but see how hard it is to get up to and when you're not tall enough. And
Right.
That part of the thing does not make it easy.
And I know from when we did the phone interview, you had shared with me how cumbersome the bifold doors are and how much they get in the way.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. And then this is, the top shelf is really high, but there's such a small gap between here that you really have to play around with it a little bit to get it to work right. So
Yeah.
maybe that's better. What do you think? I mean, I know it's not like pulled together, but it's at least a little bit more down. Is that okay?
I think that's good. Now on that grid, on the shelf where you put the two bins, is there room for another bin on that shelf?
No, because I moved that, but I can move up the extras to the next shelf and then put another bin there if you wanted us to.
Let's see how far we get. We may want to move those up because you want to have your supply right where you need it next to the toilet paper. So I think a good established rule could be, anything that you're not using goes way up where the
Okay.
So I think it's okay to bring 6 down, and those 4 up that you just moved up above, I would put them at the very top. Things that you could reach for. As long as there's a handful for Hannah, then we're in business.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
I can even move them, yeah, all of those.
Great. Okay.
That will keep it together.
Super.
I kind of need to start school. All right.
Great.
So yeah, now there's plenty of room for another bin
Okay.
there.
Super. I love that. And so I would say, what are you thinking about? Do you like the toilet paper out like that, or will they fit in some of those bins we purchased?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Yeah, they kind of look
Yeah,
they
let's
should
see.
probably be in a bin. Or you had mentioned too, and then I started thinking about it just a second ago, that shoe thing might work to have the paper towels in. So
That's right.
if
That's
you want
right.
to
So
do that, we
you
could
can
do
go
that.
and get that. That's a great, let's get that so we can visually see that. And then we'll make sure we go through every shelf and still continue to clear off, and then we'll put back.
Yeah.
But yes, that'll sort of give us a vision of what we can use that for. And it's so multi-purpose. That's why I love these so much.
Yeah.
Because it could be anything from, cleaning supplies or, those cleaning cloths to, of course, shoes for sure. But even I like to use them even for my own self. I have hats and scarves in them. That's cute.
Okay.
That could work for a couple. And then, shelving space is hard to come by. So if we have some other essential things that you need to put on the shelf, we could definitely make that doable with the gray bins that we purchased.
Okay.
Looks
So
cute.
do you want me to just put those in, and then anything that doesn't fit in there, I could take all those and put them up,
I think that's great.
and then
Yes.
I would have the whole thing. So
Are you thinking of putting any cleaning supplies, or do you just want that for easy to reach paper products?
I'm thinking easier to read paper products.
I think that's fine. It ultimately has to work for you and your family. It looks very nice and streamlined and very functionable. So I give it a thumbs up for sure.
Okay, perfect. And I can
Great.
even get more than one rolling.
And maybe it could be Taylor's job to replenish.
That would be great.
She can get her little step stool out.
Well, and that's the interesting part is that we haven't had a step stool in here because I have been worried about us knocking our heads on something that falls out. So
Yes.
maybe
Oh,
we
good.
can actually do that now.
Great. You can head on down to Rolliers and purchase one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so close to Rolliers. That's a great place too. Mount Lebanon has
It
some
is.
wonderful places for a lot of that stuff. So,
Great.
so yeah, all of this, like, see the extras we could put
Yes.
up there
Great.
and get
You-
them out of the way, and then we have another whole shop,
Great.
which makes me so excited.
Fantastic. Love it.
And when I get that step stool, I can probably make them taller.
True. So how are you feeling about this project? Are you feeling relieved? Are you feeling sense of, I don't-
relieved.
so relieved. Good.
I'm wondering which room we're gonna do next. I got more.
Yes. And that's why I love what I do, because whether it's virtual or being in your household with you, it's inspiring, and I'm there as a body double, and being there for that sense of encouragement and just all over accountability. I'm enjoying virtual organizing so much that it's I'm hearing feedback from our clients that it's nice to have that accountability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all the space. I'm like looking at it going, what are we gonna do?
Wow.
But I do think, like you said, I could bring, like, I've been storing towels in this little cabinet under each sink. It would be so nice to bring them out here. There's a lot more options now that we have this a little bit more cleared. And
Okay, great. So you envision the bath towels heading on into this linen closet. I have a nice way of folding. I like to fold towels in thirds so they look nice, just, opening the closet, look nice and organizing. Maybe you already fold your towels in thirds, but that's how I would recommend those. And I would definitely put the towels either right there on that empty shelf. Just in those gray bins, we didn't label them yet, but is it mostly medicines?
Yeah, like this is more toiletries, like shampoos and stuff like that. There's a couple of things for a first aid kit, but then this is like medicines and Q-tips and stuff like that are in there.
Oh, great. Great. And we'll do the labeling last. I printed out a few labels for you. You saw. I also left you my label maker to use in case we needed another category that wasn't printed yet. And so it's just going to look not only is it going to look nice, but it's our system in place that we were talking about. Now everybody in your household knows that is exactly where those are exactly where the toiletry goes. Or that's where the medication goes, or any type of whatever we're going to label. It has a permanent home, and no one has to just ask where things belong, because now they can see where they belong.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So then do you want me to go to the next shelf with all the cleaning supplies and do what I did for that one? Okay.
Yes, I would definitely do that, and I would give your toolbox some attention. Because I think
you think there's like things hanging out of it. Yeah, we need a little bit of a cleanup out of there, but yeah,
that'd be great. And then the lid could close, and then we could put a label on that too.
Okay.
And then as far as I know, that blue sleeping bag, I know you want to keep it, so we'll do a nice roll up, and we'll probably stick it back up on the top shelf since it's not something you use often. So yes, your job right now is to work on those bottom two shelves, sort of like with like, and making the decisions if you're keeping it, tossing it, or donating it.
Perfect. Got it.
And I'll be here for any questions, but I'll check back in a couple minutes. So what kind of things are you finding on the bottom there?
I found our screwdriver, our
Okay.
drill,
Great.
and its charger, which is nice. They work together.
Great.
So that was nice to find that. I'm gonna have to go through that toolbox. Is gonna be quite something. And I did find I have a container here with like, these are brushes, but like odds and ends. And I don't know, we have some of these hangers, but then I have things for shoe polish and sewing kit,
Oh, okay.
safety pins, that kind of thing. It's kind of the, didn't know what to do with you, so we throw you in there.
Is it
Kinda-
stuff that you will actually end up digging around for and using? Because if it's
Yeah.
not, it can be- okay.
Yeah, like the sewing kits, sewing buttons, that kind of thing. It's not everyday stuff, but we're,
Okay.
we do.
Great. So that could just be considered hardware, and that can go right along the shelf with the toolbox.
Okay, perfect.
Great. And also, during the assessment, I forgot to talk to you about, taking advantage of the wall space in the closet, where you could get some, if you have extra things that you need to hang up, if you're not going to take full advantage of the rod. You could get some, there's some 3M hooks if you wanted, and use the back wall and hang things
That's what
up.
you're talking about? Yeah.
I have not-
Some coats. Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
Okay. So with this, should I put some of those gray cubes that you brought over and?
Yep, I would definitely start putting those in place, and thinking about the types of items that would go in there. What do we have left to make decisions on? Like in the sense that you're keeping and needs to go back in. Like, do you have medications in this closet? Nothing
Yeah,
like that?
I do. They're already in here.
Oh, okay,
There's-
great. So they're taken care of. Sorry, I did know that. I apologize. Okay.
That's okay. No problem.
But we want to keep one shelf open and ready for your bath towels and your hand towels and your one set of sheets.
Right.
But I would definitely bring over some of those gray bins. I really like that you worked over in the living room to fill up those bins. So if you we like to say, if you want to go shopping over there,
Okay.
figure out what you're putting back in those bins for keep.
Okay.
I would definitely work on that. After we get all of the gray bins situated and all of that, we'll work on the things that are hanging.
Okay, sounds great.
Great.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's right, because the next category is cleaning supplies.
Yes, there's cleaning
Okay.
supplies. I'm gonna put out here.
Great.
Things here. These are super cute, by the way.
Oh, great. Glad you like them.
Like them.
Super.
Let's see if I can do it this way.
Now, what is in that? Oh, perfect. So it fits right down in there. Great.
It does. Those are just like brushes to clean the sinks and stuff.
Okay, great.
An extra brush for the carpet cleaner thing.
So are you thinking that might sit right on the floor since it's cleaning supplies? Maybe an easy reach for the floor?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Fits perfectly.
Okay, great. You have so
And I
much
can still
space.
see. Huh?
It looks so nice. You have so much space.
Yeah. So this is also, should I leave these in here and just put it in there?
I think so. I think that would be okay if they both fit. Would be great.
Okay, so then these are like light bulbs. And I could just sit those in the side of it. It wouldn't, then I wouldn't
Yeah,
have to take up another space.
I think that's good because we're still considering it hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay. Okay. Put it in the bottom?
Yep, I think so. If you think it'll work for you on the bottom.
Yep.
Okay,
Perfect.
great.
Awesome. Yeah, that toolbox is gonna be like a full day's worth of. I'm like thinking about it going, oh no. Okay.
But it'll be so nice once you go through it. You'll probably end up using it more.
Yes. Well, yeah, hopefully.
Yep. Your house is so lovely. You already seem to be so organized. So I'm sure this closet was really bugging you, like you mentioned.
It was really bugging me, and I'm glad that you think that I'm organized because sometimes I don't feel that organized.
Looks pretty. So what are you into now?
I am just getting like the main parts. What I was thinking is I'm putting main tools here. Like I need a hammer, might need a wrench, might need a screwdriver, and my measuring tape is in there.
Okay.
And then I was gonna just, anything that I might not need as often, leave in here. What do you think about that?
I like that idea.
And
I
could
definitely
put
like
this,
that.
like, back in the garage or something like that. I've been having it up here. There's no reason to have it up here if I don't need it.
Oh, it's nice you have garage space. That's super. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because I was going to say that toolbox could go under the gray bins on the floor if there's enough vertical space. But if not, if you want it in the garage, that's even better.
Yeah, I'd like it in the garage and just
Okay,
get
great.
it out of here. So, how often do you need a level? I think we're good. Have everything else. So all this can pretty much go in the garage.
Okay.
And so I have basics in here.
Oh,
Enough.
super. All your grab and go things. I love it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Put it there, you think? And then that just,
Yeah, I think it looks so nice.
yeah.
Super.
All right. Let me put this. Okay. So I still have these things that need to go back in there, and then I have these items. Oh, I need to put this in. Do you want to go over the stuff, putting it back in, or do you want to go on to the right side with the hanging stuff? Or
Yeah,
what
let's finish clearing it out, and then we'll revisit what needs to go back in, blanket wise and bulk wise, bulkier things. Super. All right. So curtains.
So these are actually tablecloths
Oh, tablecloths. Thanks for correcting me.
and runners.
Yep.
So, and I don't use a lot of them very often, but I do want to keep a couple of them at least.
Okay, great. Are you thinking you want them on that side of the closet, or do you want them way back in the far corner?
I could go either way.
Okay. Well, we know where you're. Go ahead.
No. What would be your suggestion?
Well, that's okay. I think that at least you know you're keeping them. It seems like you'll keep them. You said you'll keep most of them?
I know I'll probably let go of some of them. Like I could take this and this one.
Okay.
And this. So those three could stay.
Great job. Okay, so that's great. So I think we'll figure out what else we're keeping in the rest of the closet there, and then we'll decide the best place for those.
Okay. I'm going to just put these in the donation pile. I'll be right back.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, great. So when I heard you the other evening, you said, your vacuum that's really the only place for it in that closet. So you need it pretty accessible. So are you thinking maybe we can move the taller vacuum, perhaps where the curtains are? I suggest, since you're not using the curtains daily, or the table linens and runners often, I would put them along the wall in the back.
Okay.
In the corner there. Yep.
That works.
Really pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Do you want this, like, I have this bag with the rolls of paper that I don't know what the heck to do with. So should I hold those out?
Yeah, let's
That's
pull that.
That's all these bags are here for. Is to
see.
hold my wrapping paper.
Okay, so maybe perhaps during one of our next sessions, or if you want, we could order a wrapping paper bin. You know, they make the nice tall bins for wrapping paper so they could stand up straight.
Okay.
You might want to purchase that. It keeps
Okay.
everything together. So I would definitely recommend that. But in the meantime, they could either stay in that bag, or you can take, how many more are there in the bag?
There's 3, and then it's filled with a bunch of like gift bags and.
Okay, so that's sort of your birthday party.
And this
central.
one, yeah, and this one's empty. And I have, I do have a box up front. This is really for these rolls that I don't know what to do with, and I stuffed a couple bags in there because I do have a box and some shelving up front that has the bulk of our like gift wrapping stuff.
Oh, okay. So those things won't fit in that cupboard then, with the other wrappings?
Yeah, they could. I think I kind of stuffed them in here with these wrappings just to have them in there. I don't know why I did that, but.
Well, if you want to try to store all the birthday and holiday things together, that would be my recommendation. So if you think that wrapping would fit with the other items, would be great. And then in the meantime, you could order the wrapping paper container.
Perfect. Perfect.
I think you faded out a second.
Let's see here.
There you are.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's fine. Okay,
So
so what
now-
else are we have to make decisions on?
This is where I'm storing a couple of like pictures from like walls that I don't have space for, that I don't want to get rid of. Some of them are family things.
Okay,
So
and they're safe there.
Yeah, so there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 that are all stored right there.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. I would recommend putting the tall sweeper next to the where all the toilet paper is.
Okay.
I would move it right next to our new product that we purchased, and then the smaller vacuum to move on the other side.
Okay, so.
Just switch them around a little, right?
Okay.
See if that works for you. If not, we could leave. If you don't use that vacuum often, if it needs to stay there, that's totally fine.
So you want, let me see if I got this correct. You want the smaller one that's the carpet back up top? Did I hear that, where the toilet
Oh yeah,
paper?
no, I'm sorry. I was trying to recommend
With
the
its-
taller sweeper. Yep, the taller sweeper right next to the new unit that we purchased, that where all the
Okay.
toilet paper is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But if you use that tall sweeper more often than the smaller one?
No,
Okay,
so we're good.
okay.
So like that?
I think that works.
Or do you think, are you trying to tell me something else and I didn't get that?
No, I think it works. I was just thinking, right next to where what you just touched, the shoe rack that we just bought.
Okay.
That way, we'll keep it in place a little bit. That sweeper, if the sweeper's touching that new product that we purchased,
Okay. So
give it
here.
a try. And if it doesn't look right, we can move it back.
Sure.
Great.
Oop. Wrong thing.
Now tell me about that. Is that what type of vacuum is that?
That's like a carpet cleaner,
Oh, okay.
cleaner. that kind of thing.
Okay, great. I was just wondering if you mentioned, you thought I said taking it up top, but it's probably too cumbersome to get up there. It won't fit.
Yeah, and I think
I
it would be get through this opening here.
Oh,
It's-
that's true.
It's pretty tough.
Okay, I think it works great there. And then what about the nice floral decoration on the wall? Is that just there for storage?
Yeah, it does. You know, it's not on the front door right now, so
Oh, it's pretty. Okay.
yeah.
I like
it
that you
probably
already
will
have.
Go ahead. Sorry, what?
No, I'm sorry too. I like that you already have hooks there on your walls.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then what do you think with a dustpan? Should
Oh,
I
let's-
maybe like right under here? I mean, it literally, there's a space right.
I think it's perfect. It's meant
Okay.
for it. Very
Awesome.
great. So let's see. We have to get some of those blankets back in that are on the floor. And just the method to the madness is very careful folding or rolling so that we can maximize space on the shelves.
Okay.
And that sleeping bag is still probably going to go up top.
Yep. What about this? I do need to keep this, so put that back up top too. This
Is
was
that-
actually on the ground, but should I
Pretty
put that up?
oversized blanket. Sure, I would put that
Yeah.
up top if you think it works up there. Let me take a look up there, if you don't mind, Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Looks nice.
Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
I know. What's the trick to that?
There is a trick.
Tightly rolling it. We'll get a lesson on rolling a sleeping bag. Great.
My niece is 6 years old.
Oh, how sweet.
She likes to sleep in the sleeping bag. We'll see how many more years.
Exactly.
All right. It's not as tight as the other one because there's a missing piece, but
Oh, okay.
I could even probably put it on.
Yep. Perfect.
There
Go
we go.
vertical. I love it. Okay.
And then we have one set of sheets and the fan.
Okay.
I'm gonna put these here for right now. Because you said something about taking everything and putting it in the pillowcase.
Yes, that's right. I see they already have a nice fold. They're basically in a rectangle already, so we'll just pull away one pillowcase. And then the fitted sheets are always hard. There definitely is a magical way of folding them. But
Okay.
we're just going to try to get it in a nice rectangle and then put it inside the pillowcase.
Okay.
And then really the vision of the finished product is somewhat of a flat rectangle that you've just basically created a package and you're going to fold up the pillowcase.
Okay.
You're going to fold the loose ends of the pillowcase.
Okay. Why am I having such a hard time? Do you hear my son laughing at me in the other room?
I don't hear them.
So it's a big pillowcase. It looks like
You just kind of want to condense it a bit and make it just try to get into a rectangle, put all the sheets in the back bottom corner. I think you're getting there.
okay. You know what?
Yeah, put the sheets to one side. Yep. It's exciting. They're all together.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
And so where should I put those? Like right here?
I think that works nice.
Okay.
As long
Then
as it's tucked in the loose ends.
okay, I'll do that.
Or once we bring the bath towels in, it can go on that shelf. We'll see.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Awesome. And then, yeah, this stuff I was just gonna go through and put where the other stuff is, and that's going downstairs. So I'm keeping them, but I'm moving those to other locations.
Okay. So you have a little bit of homework once we disconnect.
Okay.
At the end of every session, whether it's virtual or, you know, if I'm in your home, we always take that 15 minutes to do a cleanup. So certainly it seems like you know where everything's going. As long as we don't leave your living room a mess today, that would be the ultimate goal. We don't want to do that.
Okay, yeah, no, I can do that.
Great.
There's not a lot out there, so.
Great. So let's look at the white shells. We still have a lot of space, and it's okay that, you know, they're not all filled up. But, you know, focusing on the idea that you really reduced and you really let go, and you have a lot of great space to work with, and you feel a little bit free. I'm really excited for you.
Yeah.
So I think next step would be, if you're up to it, to kind of start that transition of the bath towels into this closet, because that's the ultimate look that you want too, correct?
Sure. Yep, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what do you think about using a couple of the boxes that you gave me for the toilet paper, so it's not just sitting
Yes,
up
I'm
too?
glad that you mentioned that, because I wasn't sure if I would have to order more. So if Taylor can show me a clip of the top and see
Yeah.
what we're looking at.
They're just all sitting up there because I couldn't reach them, and I bet
Yeah.
we could have a ton more space if I could put them in 2 containers.
Yeah, I think it would be great for that overflow, and it'll be an easy way to reach down and grab them. You can reach up. You can reach up, grab in, and grab a couple rolls and replenish for sure. So that's a great project for now. You can do that for a few minutes, and then you could start retrieving the bath towels and working on a nice fold for the shelf.
Sounds good.
I'll check back in a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Kelly. Hey, Taylor. How's it going? Just checking in.
Hi, everything's going great, Sandy, and we are done. I think we have completed the task.
Oh, I can't wait to see. I know that when I left you to do a few extra tasks, I know that you were going to be working on finishing the labeling and gathering everything for donate and putting everything in one certain area, taking care of the trash and getting your living room back in order so you can enjoy it this evening for sure.
Yeah, everything's gone. Everything is ready for a pickup next week, and it's all downstairs. It was pretty quick, and I love the label maker. I think it probably changed my life, and I requested one for my children for an upcoming either birthday or Mother's Day, I guess, this coming weekend. So something in order to get it, because I loved it.
That's great.
So it was awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad that I left it for you. I knew we'd have extra categories, so I'm so glad it worked out.
Yeah, thank you
So
for letting me know.
you're welcome. How many extra categories did you come up with during your work session with Taylor?
Well, we did hand towels.
Great.
So we did that. We did put the sheets and put just the one set of sheets that we had, because it looked kind of silly just being on the shelf. So we just put it in there. So it's in the little, like, pillowcase like you showed us, but it's just sitting in there.
Oh, great.
We did one for like soaps, etc., like, lotions and that kind of thing are in there. And then we have our toiletries. And then I think cleaning supplies we added.
Great.
For the labels and stuff. So that big bin that had hardware and stuff like that, we literally eliminated more than half of it in that bin. So we were able to just put it in one of those.
Oh, congratulations. Great.
Yeah.
That bottom shelf looks so nice. It really flows, all of it. you both worked really hard to pull it all together.
Yeah.
you.
And so then on top, we did put the toilet paper when we were last on the phone with you, but we kind of slid it over. And then we had, so this is one of the pictures that was down below. We decided to put it up so it wouldn't break.
Great.
Yeah, and then we had those big beach bags and recycle bags and stuff. That's what's in that one.
Okay.
And then we have one left over in case we need it for something. So we were able to keep one. And then the other thing that we did add that, so it can get dark in here. And so we decided to keep this from the thing. So we had a little bit of light in here if we ever needed it. So.
Oh, that is such a great idea.
Yeah,
I'm so
we're
proud of
thrilled.
both of you.
It's all worked out so well. It looks really nice, and I can't wait to start on something new.
Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm so glad that you're inspired to keep on going. And I love how you sort of got creative and went with it. You just kept on going, and it just looks great, and I'm proud of you. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we actually used the hook instead. I kept noticing that the dustpan was falling down the thing. So we used one of the hooks to put the dustpan up. I forgot to
Oh,
say
great.
we were going
Love
through
it. Great. That is super efficient for sure.
Yeah, it works out well.
Oh, well, it's been really great working with you. You're a super client. You got all your homework done, and it just looks great. And
yeah, actually, Taylor Sherrod showed we cleared the living room and the
great
area. So see, there's nothing there. Well, the cleaning supplies we have to box up for a pickup. But yes, and there's your label maker. We'll get it back to you.
Wow, you are really ready for your next task for sure. You guys get it done.
Yeah,
get it done.
We're very excited. So thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure working with you, and always has been with you and everybody from Discover Organizing. We were thrilled to be able to have this experience and participate and know what it's really like when I send my clients over to get some work done with you.
Oh yes, I agree, and we couldn't be happier partnering with you as well, and looking forward to some future organizing with you and continuing the partnership for sure. It was super fun.
Yeah, thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you. Great work, Taylor. Thanks for all your help.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
How does that work? Oh, you don't turn it off yet. Oh, we could have kept it.